G'day, we're Brad and Hayley, and welcome back to another episode of our Australia trip. Last week we left you at a low point with engine trouble at South Lefroy Bay on the Ningaloo coast. In this week's episode, we turn things around and enjoy hands down our best week travelling Australia in 2 years. Sit back and enjoy this remote beach paradise in all its glory. Cheers to South Lefroy.
Listen to me as I say, listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams are yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Dreams are yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it.
Of course, the morning after our engine decides to fail on us, there's a massive glass off this morning. I'm like, oh, just put the drone up, just have a look around. And of course, just out the front of camp here, 2 bloody whale sharks. Like that's on our Ningaloo bucket list. Go and dive with whale sharks on our own boat. And we could have bloody done it this morning had the engine not given up on us yesterday. I did a bit of research online. I think there's something to do with the propeller, some type of thrust plate or thrust bearing. I've just jumped in the back of the canopy here. I have got the old propeller, so I did have an aluminium propeller, but I put the stainless steel propeller on because it just really helps the boat get up on its plane, get going. So yeah, I've just pulled off the propeller here. Just have a look at what's going on back here. So apparently this little plate back here can be worn out and can rub against the face of the propeller here. I'm thinking maybe I'll put the alley prop back on and see if it'll get the boat going, because yeah, this little brass plate here, that could be our issue. Like, look at the corrosion and stuff on that. So you can see where that stainless steel propeller mates to this shaft and this plate, and you can see there is a scoring around it. So maybe the face is not actually mating well with that propeller. It could be an issue with this actual bearing, or it could be an issue with the rubbers on the inside of this prop, which I'll have a look at that. So there's a rubber in there, but it's a brand new prop, so I'm sure that's not the issue. But yeah, we've got something going on here, and I'm determined to get this boat going because can't have whale sharks out there swimming around and not be able to go out there and swim with them.
So magical seeing it, eh? Have you pulled it apart? Do you know what you're doing, mate?
Okay, so I think this is the issue. I've just pulled this all apart here, and I've got the old prop here to test to see if my theory is correct. And this little bearing, I don't know what it's called, a thrust bearing, some type of bearing, but literally the only contact this bearing has with this new propeller is this tiny little groove around, sort of like that's close to the shaft, that you can see where there's grease missing. So there's only like maybe a millimeter or 2 of connection to this prop, whereas you should be getting 2 surfaces. You should be getting this surface here and also this internal surface here, because you can see wear on this, and that wear is not from that prop because it's not even touching it. It must be from this old prop.
The urgency is real, but because
when
there's
2 whale sharks out there, you gotta make do, mate. I'm thinking about how can I make a timber prop. So this is my old prop. Thank God I didn't throw it away.
Look how many hits that's had to
Yeah, this thing's had some life. Tell some tales. But I bet ya, if I drop this over this face here, it's gonna seat. Look at that.
Bang.
That's the problem.
Is that prop's not suited?
It's not seating with that bearing. Either I need a different bearing for that propeller, or they've sent me the wrong prop. I'm slowly but surely becoming a boat mechanic over here.
Look at the hits this thing's had, man.
This thing does not perform well in the water, but it performs well enough to get us out. I must have known this was going to happen because I didn't have any extra split pins, and I know you shouldn't really reuse a split pin because they get the metal gets fatigued. For some ungodly reason, I picked up extra split pins when I was in Exmouth. I went to the tackle shop, I bought a lure, a hat and split pins. I walked around the shop for about an hour. I thought, nah, that'll be about right. Didn't buy spark plugs, didn't buy any of that other gear, but I bought those things, and mate, Big Red might be going a bit sooner than what we think.
But the thing is too, Brad, if this fails, the wind is offshore. So we're oaring into the wind. We'll be right. Does that feel a bit better?
Yeah, well, it seats. Like, I know it's got, like, that thing was literally only a few millimeters worth of mating surface, whereas this has got maybe 6 millimeters plus an extra 4. Like, it's mating on multiple surfaces. That
shaft is mating with that.
Yeah, like this. Like, if you slip that on, like, that's got no friction. That's just straight up mate.
Straight up pleasure, mate.
I almost threw that proper way too. I was like,
I would have
never
too. Look
use
at
that
it
again.
You almost used it as an anchor, mate.
Yeah. Can you believe that? I did not think I'd be doing that again at South Lefroy after yesterday. But after we figured out, hopefully, what our issues are, we just can't let today get away from us. I literally feel like we've gone through the highest of highs, the lowest of lows of the last 24 hours with this thing giving up on us, and us spotting whale sharks just offshore out of camp. So yeah, I've switched the prop over back to the old prop. We've got heaps of fuel and everything. Got all our safety gear, flares, EPIRB, VHF radio, oars, and I reckon we're going to go up Sarah and Keelan. We're going to go out and try and find these whale sharks for ourselves. Give us a bit of confidence in the issue that we're having yesterday. Hopefully give us a bit of an answer as to what was going on there. Giving Big Red another crack. We are on. Ready, team? Let's go. You got me first call. We spent an hour or so driving around aimlessly searching for the ocean's largest fish. There truly is no rhyme or reason to finding these whale sharks on a small vessel like ours without the help of spotter planes like they use for the commercial tours. We were just about ready to head in and call it a day as the wind was feathering in, but our wishes were fulfilled as one of these gentle giants come up to the surface to check us out. We could not believe our luck, and the girls were quick to gear up and jump in the water for the swim of a lifetime.
No, that's a whale shark!
Oh my god! There's a bloody whale shark! Holy cow! I'm gonna cry! Alright. I'm gonna cry! It's coming back!
Day made!
Holy cow! Well, I tell ya, it's a bit of a rush swimming in 30 metres of water with an oceanic giant. But when the baitfish and giant trevally start showing up, it's time for us to move on to shallower water for a few dives and let the adrenaline rush wear off before we head back into camp. Look at that bommies out here. Big Red's redemption round successfully took us out and let us swim with some whale sharks, some amazing snorkeling, and just like we couldn't ask for more.
The red rocket.
Oh yeah, after yesterday, I wasn't even sure that this thing would get back out on the water here. Today, she just goes and provides the best Ningaloo day.
Yeah, insane. The red rocket. I
Love it. How good. Can you hear that, mate?
No, you can't hear anything because there's no wind.
Absolutely. It's not a sound apart from rippling waves this morning. Look at this glass off as far as the eye can see. We are in for a good morning,
This is the best morning of boating that we're ever going to have.
So we've just pulled the boat down. It's about 7 o'clock. The wind's supposed to be really low for most of the day today. Probably will get a bit ripply, a bit choppy, but now I reckon we've got at least an hour, maybe 2 of this. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, baby.
So excited. Oh mate,
Wow.
it's like a mill pond.
Oh, it's so glassy.
Bubbling. All big gurries. Come on, baby. Show that water in front, Mum.
Sharks! There's so many sharks!
Oh my goodness.
What's that? Go! Look at the sharks!
Only babies.
Oh.
Wow. A lot of life here. It's not the
Whoa.
tuna that we're after, but it's some excitement for sure.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here before we get a bite on the boat.
Yeah.
Big Red might look a bit tasty for a little shark. This morning has been such an unforgettable morning on the boat. It's probably about 9 o'clock now. Yeah, it's actually 9:45. So we got on the water at 7 o'clock, eh? So it's been glassed off for nearly 3 hours right now. And it's just been a stunning morning of wildlife and just beauty. So we're just putting around. We're probably looking at going in pretty soon because it's starting to get hot. We haven't got any sun cream with us, but there's these little shoals here. It's actually still probably quite deep, probably between 8 and 10 meters deep, but there's some bommies and stuff. So I think we'll probably, before we head in, which is camp's only about 6 k's that way, so that'll only take us like 20 or 30 minutes to get back in there. We'll just cool off and maybe go for a little snorkel here off the side of the boat because the conditions are just magical, Patsy.
Yeah, it's like we're on an aquarium tour.
An aquarium, you don't even need to get wet. There's no whale sharks this morning. We haven't spotted any whale sharks, which I thought there'd probably be a few getting about this morning, but it's just been so glassy. It's actually kind of hard to see into the water at a certain angle, but yeah, it's a stunning morning nonetheless.
We are back from our epic morning on the water. We have never ever had conditions that glassy since having our boat, so we feel super lucky that we got to get out there this morning and experience that. But we are on day 9 here at South Lefroy of our 14-day booking, and we've never stayed somewhere for so long where we can't go and get water while we're here. Usually we camp off grid for weeks at a time, but we always can top up on water, whereas here it's at least 2 hours away to water, and then by the time you go out to Exmouth, 2 hours, get water, another 2 hours back, you'd be wasting a whole day. So we're trying to avoid doing it. We've been going pretty well actually. So we've got 240 litres of water on the caravan. We have another 70 litres on the ute. So that's bringing us to over 300. And then because it was a big stint off grid here, we also bought 48 litres of drinking water. We just bought 4 boxes of bottled water in town. So yeah, we have about, 360 or so litres of water with us to last us for 2 weeks. We like having a shower every night, and we still have been having a shower every night while here, although they are very, very quick. We're talking on, very quick, wet, off, do your soap, rinse off. You're barely rinsing off, but I mean, it does the job. We'll have a look at how we're going though, because yeah, we've got 9 days in, 5 to go. So this is what we're currently at. So tank 1's almost done, tank 2's done, tank 3 is our biggest tank, and that one's still full. We haven't switched to that yet, so that's good. We wait until last to switch to tank 3 because that one has the most in it, so we know that that can last us a little bit longer than the others. We've still got a box of this bottled water left. It's been so good, by the way, especially being able to put it in the fridge and have cold, so that's definitely helped us out. After traveling and doing a lot of off-grid stints, we have learnt a few water saving tips. Obviously the quick showers is one of them. Washing up is a big one. We will try and wash up every second day. Now it does mean that you get a bit of a pile up of dirty dishes, but we just use strike wipes or paper towel to kind of clean our dirty dishes off after we use them, and then we can neatly stack them in the sink or next to the sink where they're not looking too dirty and they're not building up yuck stuff. They can keep pretty clean, and then we just do a wash up every second day. Also, we're not doing a whole lot of cooking. Like, we purposely plan meals that are really easy to cook, and every night when we have dinner we cook something that will last 2 nights, so you're only really cooking every second night anyway, so that's helping to reduce what you need to wash up. Yeah, obviously can't wash any clothes while we're conserving water this hard, which I thought would be tricky, but it's actually been really easy because we've just been living in swimmers every day because it's so hot and we're just in and out of the water all day, so that's actually been fine. It's just that constant feeling of being salty that kind of gets a bit yucky after a while, but I think we're doing pretty good with the water. We've been told there's a bore near a whaling station down here, and we're keen to go check out the whaling station soon, so when we go out there we might have a look at the bore. Actually, we're doing really good on our battery too. This morning this was down to 40% because we ran our aircon for a while yesterday, so for that to be back up at 80 at 1:45 this afternoon is pretty good. But yeah, being off-grid for so long at a camp like this, you do have to sacrifice some of your comforts, but I would take that any day to be able to have that right out of your front door. Like, you just can't beat it.
I really didn't feel like we were going to make it up though.
We heard there's a well out here somewhere, and apparently this might be it.
Yeah, there's water down there. I don't really have the submersible pump.
Old school.
Well, we didn't end up bringing up a water sample, but if it's like any of the other bores in the area, it's going to have quite a high salt content, and it's definitely not something we want running through our pumps in our caravan. We continued along the track to the abandoned whaling station, which was quite humbling upon seeing the scale of the ruins. Considering the remoteness of this place, it's really hard to believe that this was a home of 150 workers during its peak. The station was operational for over 4 decades, and in its busiest period, 4,500 whales were harvested in just 4 years, providing the world with 80,000 tonnes of oil, which was used in various different industries. We're fortunate enough to live in a day and age now where we don't rely on these peaceful giants for their resources, and instead can enjoy their majesty from the beaches and headlands of this coastline instead. I have no idea where that 2 weeks has gone, but we are confronted with our last night at South Lefroy.
It's bittersweet, hey, because it's such an awesome camp here and it's so sad to be leaving, but also, yeah, we need some comforts.
We've done 14 nights off grid with no water top-ups. What do we have, like 330 litres of water? We have like 10 bags of rubbish to take out with us. Like, it's been such an experience. We have so many unforgettable memories here, and we've created a few more this time around. Almost probably the whale shark swim would have to be my favourite memory on this whole Australia trip. That's
Definitely.
Just crazy.
That's
Highs and lows,
epic.
with the engine and the boat. And
Yeah, our last sunset.
our last sunset. Patsy, cheers to South Lefroy,
Cheers.
and we'll see you guys in the morning.
We're all packed up and ready to leave South Lefroy, but I thought I'd give you a water update. We could not have timed this better. So last night it was on our water chart thing, it said we've got 1 bar of water left and we hadn't washed up or had our showers yet. Mind you, we have still both had a shower every single night of the 14 nights that we've been here. But yeah, so we're like, uh-oh, be careful. So we had 2 bottles of Ningaloo nectar left for drinking water, so we had them, we did our big wash up, and then we both still had our shower and then had enough water, and then only this morning did the pump start making that like sound where it was starting to run dry, just as Brad was doing the last little wash up this morning. So could not have timed it any better. Check that out, just out of water. So good. But yeah, the van's a mess. We are heading into the town of Exmouth today for 3 days of non-stop cleaning, washing, restocking and working, so it's not going to be much fun, but it's just what you got to do. There's also a cyclone at the moment just off the coast, like offshore. It's not going to hit the Australian mainland, but it's starting to bring all this wind and apparently rain as well, so a good time to head into town. But that is where we will wrap up this episode here. So thank you so much for watching our 2 weeks at South Lefroy. Really hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, let us know. Subscribe if you're enjoying our videos. We've got heaps more to come for the next few months on the Ningaloo, so we'll see you in the next one. Bye.